Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be talking about settings. Yes, settings. Settings this year are very important. First up, we will talk about shot assistance. As you know, most players are playing precision shooting, but what should you use? Should you use precision or assisted? Because I see in my one-on-one training sessions that so many of you guys are missing easy goals just because you don't know how to aim with precision. In my honest opinion, if you are a newer player, if you are Div 7, Div 8, Div 9, Div 10, Div 6, you should play with assisted. Now, play with assisted so you can get a hang of the game. In the meantime, try to practice precision shooting against the AI because it is the superior way. But if you are taking 10 shots and you are missing 8, then it's not for you until and unless you put some practice in and work on your precision shots. Okay, precision objectively is better. That's what I use, that's what every pro player uses because it's a requirement, but still you need to decide for your own self. Be self accountable. Now, through pass assistance, semi or manual, guys, we will use semi. Lob through pass, semi, or manual, semi. Now, ground pass assistance, assisted or semi. Now, both of these are very good. I still see a lot of comments from you guys that, oh, our passes aren't connecting. We pass left, the pass goes right. Why is that happening? It is partially because of your setting, but also, guys, you need to fix your passing. I have started my school community where I go in depth. Now we have 60 members already in 1 week. So many FC26 players in the community are posting their best ever results on Foot Champs already in the first week. So you need to join this school community. It's like having a coach in your pocket. You will not regret it. 90 days, if you don't improve, you get your money back. Now, semi or assisted. Guys, this year Tiki Taka base, Tiki Taka gold is very overpowered. That is why I think you should go with assisted. If your aim is still, however, lackluster, you can go with semi. I prefer assisted. Some pro players do use semi as well. Now, I need to talk about pass receiver log before I talk about other settings. If you have delay, go with animation start. Basically, this means if you're passing left and at the very end moment you decide to change your mind and pass the ball towards the right, it will go towards left because that was your initial input. If you feel like you have delay, passes are going everywhere, go with animation start. It will give you at least more consistency with where your passes are going. But otherwise, late is the best one because at the end moment you can change the input, you can change the direction. But if it's delayed, I also use animation start. Cross assistance, assisted or semi. I always used to use semi, but nowadays I use assisted. Lob pass assistance, semi. I know so many players that even use manual. Manual is also good, but I prefer assisted. Okay, guys. Precision pass sensitivity. If you are not using precision passes, what are you doing? R1 plus triangle, RB plus Y. You need to use them. I use normal sensitivity. Now, guys, I always played advanced defending. Advanced defending was the best way to defend for me since FC24 because I could literally bully attackers. But this year, EA decides to break something that was never broken. Advanced defending does not work. What is the difference between tactical or advanced? In tactical, the game contextually chooses the tackle type. So if I press circle, the game will choose if it's going to be a shoulder tackle or a standing tackle. In advanced defending, if I press circle, I'll always perform the standing tackle. If I press X, I'll perform the shoulder to shoulder barge. But this year, the bruiser playstyle isn't working. The shoulder barge isn't working. And because of this, even I am having problems while defending. Therefore, I recommend you use tactical defending because it is more consistent. Everyone should switch to tactical defending until and unless EA fixes advanced defending. Professional fouls are your R1X, RBA fouls. You need them on. Pass block assistance is going to be on. Auto switching on air balls and loose balls. Auto switching move assistance. I have tried none. This is what everyone uses. But guys, I've been playing low since the last 10 years. So basically, when you switch to a player, they continue running in that direction for a short period of time. On none, it is totally manual. I prefer low. Right stick switching, classic. Guys, if you use ball relative, please change to player relative. It does not matter whose video you watched on YouTube. The correct thing, the objectively better way is player relative. Right stick switching sensitivity 3 to 5 is, if you're struggling a lot with your switching, 2 is also good. I have tried 2 last year. I prefer 3. Most pro players use 4. Some use 5 as well. I prefer 3. 3 feel. Next player switching. I have once again tried classic this year, closest to ball as well. Now, on classic, second man pressing isn't consistent. Sometimes the player who you want to second man press with will not second man press. It will be some other player. Sometimes it's bugged. However, closest to ball gives you the most consistent second man pressing, most consistent L1 switching. Therefore, in my opinion, if you are someone who spams L1 switches, maybe classic is better for you. But I use right stick switching a lot. I use L1 maybe 80% of the times. Therefore, I use closest to ball. Great for your player switching. Reaction time calibration is off. Once it is set to off, this sensitivity does not mean anything. Player lock is the most viable way of scoring goals on FC26. It needs to be on, and if you are not using the player lock, what are you even doing? Dribbling. Simplified skill moves are off. Some people think that simplified skill moves have something to do with left stick dribbling. No, simplified skill move, you only get 9 skill moves in the game. Okay? You don't need to use simplified skill moves. It's for very beginner players. You don't need simplified skill moves. I will not recommend simplified skill moves even to beginner players. Don't use it. It has nothing to do with your left stick. Now, controller preferences, analog sprint is off, trigger effect is off, and this is off as well. For your camera settings, I am using telebroadcast, and co-op gives me headache. I can't look at co-op. For me, telebroadcast is the best one. You guys are always asking me what are my camera settings. My camera settings, well guys, I use telebroadcast custom 14.2. I have experimented with 18.2. It's good. I have experimented with 15.0. It is good, but I use 14.2. Co-op is not for me, but I would recommend that you go with co-op. Okay, so I think it's like 16.10. Yeah, 16.10 is good for co-op, but I use telebroadcast 14.2. And then your visual settings are important. This should always be on, so at least you know what ping is in the game. Input overlay single, so you can see what buttons are you pressing on the controller. And then this should be on, guys. This right here, your teammate indicator. So this should be on, your teammate indicator, next player switch indicator, playstyle overhead indicator. All these three should be on. They are like quality of life changes, and I think they should be on. For your graphics mode, guys, I used enhanced visuals, not that it makes a big difference. Now, I believe these are the best settings. You don't need to change your settings every now and then after every game. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want to improve, join the school community.